Okay, so would you introduce yourself?
My name is Masih Alinejad. I'm a journalist, campaigner for women's rights. But the government called me ugly duckling, troublemaker, the agent of CIA, the agent of Mossad, the agent of MI6.
Wow.
I have so many different names.
How could they ever call you an ugly duckling? This is ridiculous.
Oh, because they don't know the end of the story of ugly duckling.
Tell us the story.
The end of the
Beautiful
story.
swan.
Yes!
So what should the people at home know about your story, know about your struggle, and just understanding freedom and rights against tyrannical governments?
Oh my God, it's not easy actually to say that even in America, I was not safe just because of fighting against the Islamic Republic. Because millions of people might think that, okay, the regime in Iran arrest protesters, kill protesters, arrest the activists, journalists, women's rights, and then we're going to be safe miles away from Iran. No, that happened to me like
In New York City.
in New York City. On July, the FBI stopped the kidnapping plot. The regime were trying to kidnap me, take me to a speedboat to Venezuela, and kidnap me from Venezuela to Iran. A lot of people might think this is like a movie, but this is our history. Like the Islamic Republic targeted more than 500 Iranians outside Iran. Either kill them, assassinate them, or kidnap them. And I'm only one of them. Just last year, a journalist from France were tricked to go to Iraq, and then they kidnapped him from Iraq, then they executed him in Iran. So basically, this is the nature of the Islamic Republic. And I'm here actually to let the rest of the world know that this is not just about us Iranians. The Islamic Republic, Taliban, ISIS, no difference. They are like coronavirus. They can infect the rest of the world.
That seems to be a similar theme here. Like if you look around, people are obviously here attending, and people are basically saying this is tyrannical governments across the world.
Exactly. And when I finished my talk, a woman from Turkey came and gave me a hug and saying that I feel your pain. A woman from different. Not
You're
just
getting hugs from all sorts
from
of
men
people.
as well. From men as well.
Hey, I'll give you a hug too.
So that give me a hug first, and then I'm gonna continue. So that actually what I want.
Yeah.
Look, the dictators are more united than freedom fighters. This is all we need. Look at around the world. The dictators from like Taliban, Russia, Turkey, different like Venezuela. All the dictators are united.
That's a very profound statement you just made. You're saying the dictators are more united than the freedom fighters.
Exactly.
Why do you think that is?
I'm gonna tell you why. Here in America, where do you see the left and liberals supporting like the women of Afghanistan right now? They are in the streets. Look, when travel ban happened, Muslim ban happened, people were in the streets. When Burkini ban happened in France, people were in the street condemning that. Wait a minute. Millions of our women are forced to wear chadori, burqa in Afghanistan. The hijab, like Taliban one. Millions of women in Iran, even girls from the age of 7, they are forced to wear hijab. If they don't, they're gonna kicked out from school. They won't be able to live, to exist in their own country. I myself receive videos from women of Afghanistan, women of Iran, saying that we are not scared. We are fighting the Islamic Republic and Taliban. But where are the rest of the world? Are you waiting like Taliban to be recognized and then fight back? No, this is the right time. We have to push Biden administration, we have to push the European government to stand solidarity with the women of Iran, Afghanistan, women of all the world. When it comes to feminism, bury your political agenda. Stand with your values. That's all I want to, see around the world. If you're really a true feminist, you have to keep the sisterhood. Doesn't matter who is in power. Obama is in power, Trump is in power, Biden is in power. Who cares? Just support your sisters. That's all I want.
In America, I don't want to be presumptuous, but a lot of us are born into freedom. We haven't had to fight with tyrannical governments or ever had to lose our freedoms.
I'm an American citizen now, but I'm not safe here.
Yeah.
So it's not just about me. Islamic Republic and Taliban is a threat to Americans. So you might say that we were born for freedom, we're gonna keep it. No, to me, freedom or democracy is something that every individual us should protect. Democracy. Otherwise, we're gonna deal with Taliban or Islamic Republic or terrorists or ISIS in America.
What about the people that would say, well, the Taliban's not coming to America. They're not coming after our freedoms. What would you say to those people?
This is wrong. September 11th, you think it's just gone? No. The same Taliban, the same like ISIS and the Islamic Republic actually send their own terrorists in America, in Germany, in Paris, and they killed a lot of dual national citizens and non-Iranians. They are in prison in Iran and they're being used like bargaining chip. This is what I say. You might think that you're safe here, but if you keep silent about our fight against dictators, you're not going to be safe.
So other than speaking out, how do you fight against these dictators? Or is it just speaking out and being an activist? How do you fight?
No, we need action. We need action. Look, when the kidnapping plot happened about me, a lot of people were speaking up. We don't need empty words. Secretary Blinken actually said that, we condemn that. I said, I don't need a condemnation. Take an action.
What type of actions would you like to see?
The first action, which is a small action, but it's a victory for me, that they sanctioned 4 people who were actually responsible about kidnapping me from New York. But look, when the Belarusian activist was kidnapped, what happened? The EU sanctioned and they took a strong action. When the Islamic Republic actually assassinated many Iranian dissidents in Germany years ago, and then the EU took a strong action. We don't want the European government, the American government, doesn't matter what kind of political view you have, we don't want you to legitimize such a regime which in 21st century kill women, lashes women for just being their true self. Is that too much to ask? This is 21st century, and I get kicked out from my homeland just because I want to be my true self. I say my body, my choice. This is 21st century. I cannot get an education. I won't exist if I say I don't want to follow Sharia law.
Final thoughts, just like for people that don't understand your struggle. There's a lot of people that just go about their business. They wake up, they take freedom for granted. They live in the comfort of America. They don't have to worry about the concerns that you have. You're living in New York City and you almost get kidnapped by the Islamic Republic. Speak to the people that are just like, all right, why should I be concerned with this type of stuff? Wake me up. Is there anything you want to say?
Oh, that's a very good question, because a lot of people think this is about human rights activists. This is about journalists. This is about Iranians. This is about women in Taliban. No, it's not. It's about you. Every individual you watching me, it's about you. Because, as I told you, ISIS, Taliban, and the Islamic Republic is more deadlier than coronavirus, and they are gonna spread their own ideology everywhere. And if you don't stand solidarity with your sisters in Iran and Afghanistan, then you have to deal with Taliban and ISIS and Islamic Republic in your own land. And believe me, human rights, it's not something like internal matter. It's a global issue. Hug me, support me, and be with me and millions of other women. I can go just have fun and ignore about everything, but I don't want to do that, because this is about my dignity to fight back all the dictators.
I love it. And with a hair like that, why would you ever want to wear a hijab, right?
Exactly. I cannot even cover them up.
Thank you so much.